Good evening. My name is Burl, and I'll be leading the opening ceremony and meditation tonight. We ask that you now turn off any electronic devices or distractions that might keep you from fully participating in our ceremony tonight. We begin our full moon meditation this evening with an invocation. Great Father, Mother, God and Goddess, be with us here now. Hold this space sacred from which we may do our work. Open our hearts to your golden light that we may radiate love into the hearts of all. Open our minds to your divine knowing that we may radiate understanding into the minds of all. Open our spirits to your infinite presence that we may radiate awareness into the spirits of all. One heart, one mind, one spirit, unlimited and indivisible. Be still and know I am God. Acknowledging that spirit is one and the paths to God are many, our opening ritual will honor the world's religions and the many names of God with a quote from each religion on the topic of love. A bell will be rung and a candle lit as the name of divinity is sounded for each of the major religions of the world, after which we will sound the Om. Om is an ancient sacred tone, a deepening. Sounding the Om allows an intoning of grace, balance, and empowerment. There is no right or wrong way. Simply relax into your own tone, open to the nuances as this sacred hang flows through you. Our opening ritual will conclude with all of us sounding the Om several times in a continuing free-form rhythm, creating a tapestry of healing sound. We honor all religions as expressions of the one God, Great Spirit, Divine Essence. May the wellspring of love find in us an unimpeded channel. In the sacred tradition of Taoism, the Tao, Spirit arms us with love. In the sacred tradition of Hinduism, Ishvara, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, one best worships the Lord through love. In the sacred tradition of Buddhism, Lord Buddha, cultivate a heart of love. In the tradition of the sacred feminine, the goddess in all her forms, the Divine Mother, loves, nurtures, and sustains all. In the sacred tradition of Judaism, Adonai, Elohim, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and your neighbor as yourself. In the sacred tradition of Christianity, God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. God is love. In the sacred tradition of First Nations people of all lands, love is the medicine that holds all life together. In the sacred tradition of Islam, Allah, this is love, to fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment. In the sacred tradition of all other religions, and you may now together say any additional names of divinity that you would like to invoke. And now for our opening meditation. Let us uncross our legs, feet on the floor. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. Take a long, deep breath in and out. In and out. As you take another deep breath, let go of the day, let go of the people, the challenges, and just be. When you are ready, focus on your heart center. Imagine a bright sun floating above your head. Its rays are emanating down into the crown of your head. The sun is releasing a pure white light. The light is floating down, filling your head, your neck. It floats across your shoulders, down your arms, and out your hands. It fills your torso. Your organs are enveloped in a pulsating, purifying light of the sun. As the sunlight continues to float down your body, through your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, it washes away all impurities and imperfections, all pain and disease, deep into the central core of the earth. Your body is filled with divine energy. Right now, you are whole, perfect, and complete. As the light continues to energize, pulsate, and vibrate, allow it to expand out into your auric field. It fills the first layer, and now the second, and now the third, out around 4 feet from you. As you continue to feel the perfection of your light body, allow it to expand and fill the room you are in with divine essence. Continue to expand your awareness and divine essence out of the room, emanating, and intend that you're now permeating all of Los Angeles with divine essence. Expand your awareness to all of California, and open up and allow this light energy to expand out across the U.S., across the globe, connecting with the islands of light throughout the planet, filling us with divine essence and healing energy. This white light of perfection is vibrating, pulsating, connecting all the beings around the planet who connect with conscious intent to heal, balance, and harmonize the unity of the islands of light. We have now set the vibrational tone for this ceremony. Now slowly and gently, take a deep breath, bringing yourself back to your body in the room where you're sitting and the present time. Now, please welcome our chant leader for this evening.
Good evening. Welcome to our December ceremony, full moon, spiritual unity movement, full moon ceremony, the last one of 2020. Yay! I'm Arlene Erickson, and I have the message of the moon for today, and you're going to be so happy. Okay, the Cancer full moon on Tuesday, December 29th, 2020, is well aspected to the planet Uranus. So the spiritual meaning of the full moon, December 2020, astrology relates to welcome change, freedom, intuition, and excitement. The full moon is also under the influence of a spiritual and artistic fixed star that brings good health, honor, riches, and pleasure. It is an excellent omen for the easing of restrictions following the release of the coronavirus vaccines. The sun opposite the moon brings your home, family, and intimate relationships into sharper focus for the following 2 weeks of this moon phase. Opposing forces such as work versus home, or what you need versus what you want, create inner tension and external pressures. This can lead to conflict and crisis that drain your energy. The lunar qualities of emotions and instinct reach this peak at the full moon. So use your increased emotional strength and intuition to overcome any relationship challenges. Subconscious awareness allows for an impartial and balanced look at your personal relationships. You will clearly see any relationship dynamics or negative feelings causing disharmony. The full moon sextile Uranus brings stimulating encounters and exciting events. A lowering of your inhibitions and greater personal freedom means you can actively seek change. This is a good full moon for trying something new in your domestic routine or personal life. An acute intuition and flashes of insight can guide you in making quick decisions on which way to go. Follow your instincts and make the most of any opportunities that come your way. Chance encounters may lead to instant attraction and new friendships. Your mood may be changeable and some of your behaviors odd, but you should feel comfortable expressing the unique side of your personality. This is also a good time to break old habits and replace them with something new. Full moon December 2020 in the sign of Cancer is actually in the constellation of Gemini. This discrepancy is due to the precession of the equinoxes, which has moved the sun signs almost a whole sign out of alignment with the constellations from which they were named over 2,000 years ago. Fixed star Alhena at 9 degrees 23 seconds Cancer is on the left foot of the southern Gemini twin Pollux. It bestows eminence in art, but gives liability to accidents affecting the feet. The artistic skills, especially, show up with the written or spoken word and the ability to negotiate a peaceful solution to disputes among people. Al-Henna also confers a spiritual orientation with an interest in the sciences. Moon conjunct Al-Henna, good health, honor, riches, pleasure, and society, and domestic benefits. Just to review, the December 29th full moon sextile Uranus brings positive change and excitement. Fixed star Alhena is a very positive influence that brings health, honor, and riches. It seems like this full moon is well timed for the COVID-19 vaccine release and the easing of restrictions. So full moon December 2020 is excellent for leaving your comfort zone, meeting new people, and trying something totally different. It is especially good for breathing life into stale relationships and resolving lingering relationship problems with a partner or a family member. December 29th full moon lasts 2 weeks up until January 10th new moon. It works in combination with December 14th solar eclipse. The eclipse gives the energy and initiative to set new goals and act on your plans with confidence. I'm glad you could join us this evening. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy the ceremony. Thank you for coming.
Hello, I'm Florence Mercurio Riggs and a board member of Spiritual Unity Movement. Welcome to our monthly World Healing Meditation ceremony. We are here tonight to receive and radiate energy. And for sure, it's the energy of peace. At SUM, our desire is to do our part to assist the world and for all to see their own inner peace, beauty, and truth. To achieve stillness, expanded awareness, and to know our connection to the greater whole, to universal consciousness, and to the divine principle. And as we do this, we know we are radiating and connecting worldwide with many other groups and their full moon ceremonies, automatically bringing peace and goodwill to all hearts and spirits. Our mission statement is to celebrate the spiritual unity of all life and to raise consciousness in the light and love through community meditation and education, and to inspire and empower those who attend the World Healing Meditation ceremonies and all of humanity with a life-transforming experience of healing, oneness, and unity. We are saving our planet from the inside. Thanks to our guest speaker tonight, Brian Lottman, for our opening music, to Arlene Erickson for the message of the moon, to Burl Bowlerjack for the opening and closing ritual, and for Dina Efferson Williamson, our chant leader. Our guest, Brian Lottman, is actually wearing 3 hats tonight. He is our speaker, our musician, and our meditation leader. Brian is a dynamic speaker, has knowledge of many different religions and spiritual traditions, and especially the ancient Vedic wisdom of India. In his travels, he has led thousands of gatherings for spiritual awakening. He's let us know that you can order his mantra CD through his website, which is www.stirtheheart.com. We invite you now to enjoy this ceremony tonight, which is the last of the full moons of 2020. And the title of our ceremony is Looking Forward.
Okay, now it's time for Om Shanti. Let's all stand up and get involved. Move your bodies around and let your voice sing. Let there be peace in my mind. Let there be peace in the earth. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Shanti Om. 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 Om Shanti Om. Peace within my mind. Peace within my mind. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my mind. God and only God I live to see. Peace within my mind. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my mind. God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Shanti Om. 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 Om Shanti Om. Peace within my heart. Peace within my heart. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my heart. God and only God I live to see. Peace within my heart. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my heart. God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Shanti Om. 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 Om Om Shanti Om. Peace within the earth. Peace within the earth. God and only God is moving me. Peace within the earth. God and only God I live to see. Peace within the earth. God and only God is moving me. Peace within the earth. God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Shanti Om. 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 Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om.
Hello, welcome. My name is Brian Lottman. It's so good to see you. And my topic for today is igniting the spiritual heart, inspiring and motivating people, especially in the new year, since the new year is coming up very soon. So I'd like to speak about why people really get impassioned or inspired to follow their spiritual path, to make it their priority. So I have found that it's not just about singing spiritual and religious songs and even reading inspiring books or listening to inspiring talks, but more powerfully, for me personally, has been a connection to the spiritual energy itself. One could call it the Holy Spirit. You know, that energy and spiritual power within the heart that arises and creates the direct experience of love and joy and peace and buoyancy and excitement. That energy is what propels a person for the long run on their spiritual journey. If I never felt the energy, I wouldn't be here today talking about spiritual things, because philosophy can be dry. Maybe you've heard all the spiritual stories and you've written essays and papers and studied the philosophy, and yet somehow you just don't quite feel inspired. So my intention since the beginning, since I started doing these gatherings, and I think that was back in 2012, when my spiritual teacher, Swami Purna, suggested and guided me to, you could say, leave or renounce the world and set out on the road for 3 years and share this energy with others. And that's the key, right? Sharing the energy, not just the philosophy and the information. Most spiritual circles that I've been to, they've read many books on it, but are you living the spiritual principles and the energy? Are you living in that presence? That's the question. So my primary suggestion and perhaps guidance for people is to focus this coming year on feeling the energy, connecting with your own spiritual energy and empowering that. And how do you do that? That's a question, right? That's kind of the next step. Well, perhaps the first point is to find a spiritual practice that you get excited to do, even first thing in the morning. Because whatever you do at the beginning of the day will kind of like resonate through the rest of the day. So if you really have a good spiritual experience or a positive energy in your system from the start, then the rest of your day can flow in that energy. So find something that you like. And in my case, I have been practicing mantras or power words for a long time. And the reason is because when I chant them, especially over and over and over again, what happens is the energy starts to build in my system, and I can feel it getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so that carries me throughout the day. That may not be your favorite thing to do. Maybe you have difficulty pronouncing mantras. So then maybe strong breath work might be your way of kind of lighting your spiritual energy on fire. I've recommended many different breath practices, and in the coming meditation that I do in this particular recording, I'll introduce one breath work that you can do that might inspire you to keep doing it throughout the rest of the day. Perhaps make that practice as your discipline. So, in other words, not just one day and then just discard it and then do something else, but maybe first thing in the morning have a very particular practice that you love to do and say, I'm going to do this practice to connect myself to the energy every day for, let's say, a month or 2 months or 3 months, depending on how long you feel you can do it. And then make that your vow and then move forward with it. And when you complete it at the end of your vow, you can say, I did it. And then you gain sort of willpower and strength to do another particular discipline that you love to do. And that's the key, right? Because a lot of times we get so focused on like distracting things. For 3 minutes we watch a Facebook video and then we get tired and bored and we go on to the next thing. Our attention span is so short, right? So having that disciplined practice every day. So let's say it's the breath practice. One of the easiest and most profound breath practices I've done is simply the 11 deep breaths in and out through the nose, slowly and mindfully. So you can try that. Anyone can do that, and that will start to help you to release some of your blocks to the spiritual energy flowing upwards, because that's the idea on the spiritual path. Usually our spiritual energy is stuck in what you call the root chakra or the lower chakra, the earth chakra. So we're oftentimes bound to body consciousness. When you start doing the breaths, it'll begin to remove the blocks so that your energy can move upwards into higher, more expansive energy centers, and then you can have real legitimate spiritual experiences, and that can excite you beyond measure, where then you want to keep doing that breath. And so every day all you do is just a simple 11 deep breaths. You can try it. So the one other point I wanted to make about that is, if you're going to connect with spiritual energy powerful, it's useful to dig a deep well. See, if you're digging many, many holes trying to find water, those holes may not go deep enough to reach the water. But if you do one practice where you go deep into that practice, you can penetrate into the earth and you're digging and you're digging and digging, then it's more possible that you could reach that pure water that you're looking for. So that's sort of one promotion for doing a particular spiritual practice consistently, so you can get to a more genuine spiritual experience. And again, that spiritual experience will inspire you and motivate you to keep going into the higher realms. The one last suggestion I would make for inspiring people on their spiritual path is to find a book about a true saint who you really admire and read about them, meditate on them, learn from them, maybe imitate them. You know that concept of like, in this situation I don't know what to do, but what would Jesus do? It's like that. You really consider, like, what would the saint do in this situation? And then you can kind of get a better sense of which direction, what decision to make regarding any situation. So I kind of began my spiritual path reading about the saint Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna, who was born in the 1800s in India. And when he was a young man, he became very interested in particular spiritual paths, and he started with the Divine Mother path. In his case, his name for the Divine Mother was Kali. And he started focusing so much on this goddess energy, Kali, that she started to talk to him. And he started to have conversations with him, and she started to guide him. So, and then he went, after a few months or years or whatever, he went to the next system. Let's say he went into Christianity, and then he went into the Muslim tradition, and then he went into this tradition, and he went one by one, and he got excited by each one of those pathways to the divine, to God. What a beautiful way to follow the spiritual path. So, these are just some of the recommendations I have. I could talk to you probably for hours on this subject, but I thank you for listening today to this gathering, and I hope that you too are able to connect with your deep spiritual energy in your own heart and move forward into the new year with inspiration and motivation. Namaste. So now we shall sing a mantra together. A mantra, these mantras are divine invocations of the presence, the divine presence. So they're designed to awaken your spiritual being. In this case, this particular mantra, which is Anandam Premanandam, Sanskrit for bliss and divine love. So the mantra can take you into the divine realms of bliss. So just feel yourself open to the energy and power and grace of this mantra. Allow it to wash over you. You can chant it with me if you like. To send a blessing to all beings in the world for peace and happiness. And this is through the Sanskrit mantra, which is Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, which means may all beings in all realms be happy and free. So all the energy that we have connected to in this gathering, may we send it out to all the beings in the world as we chant together. These are a series of Sanskrit mantras that are honoring the Satguru, who is, you could say, that divine being that lives in the core of your own heart. And particularly for me, it is my own spiritual teacher, whose name is Sri 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 Swami Purna Maharaj. He who presides over this gathering and blesses it, that all of us may grow spiritually together. So just allow these final mantras to wash over you. So we'll place our hands in prayer position in front of our heart and chant together the mantra Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, sending peace to all beings in the world. Setting our intention to tune in and feel the energy of divine love through that sound that you just heard. Placing the right hand on the heart chakra on the chest. And then placing the left hand over it. Let's take in 5 deep breaths in and out through the nose slowly. Breathing light into the heart space, the heart chakra. At the top of each breath, hold it for 11 seconds and then release through the nose. So let's begin now. Inhale. Hold. Release through the nose slowly. Inhale deeply into the heart. Hold. Release slowly. Breathing in. Hold. Release gently. Deep breath in. Hold. Release gently. One last deep breath in. Hold. And let go. Relax the hands and tune in to the presence of your own heart. Visualizing that presence in the heart as pure light. expands through the chest. The light moves up the neck, into the head, to the brain. Spreading down through the shoulders, arms, hands. That light spreading down the torso, through all the organs. Into the pelvis. That light spreads down into the legs. To the knees. All the way down to the feet and the toes. Filling every single cell with light. The whole body now glowing with the light of the heart. Expanding into the aura, into all 7 energy fields surrounding the body. Your whole being now consumed in this light. Feel yourself merge with the divine light of the heart. So very gently coming back to the feeling of your body and the earth. You can open your eyes and smile. Namaste. Thank you all for joining us today in this very special full moon gathering. Thank you to the Spiritual Unity Movement for having me here and this opportunity to share the spiritual energy with others. I'm very honored. So I just wanted to let you know how to find me and connect more with these gatherings and with this energy if you desire that. The first place to find me is at my website, which is www.stirtheheart.com, STIRTHEHERT.com. And there you can sign up for individual consultations or find out about future gatherings. Also, if you would like to learn some of these Sanskrit mantras, particularly Sanskrit from ancient India, they're very sort of ancient Vedic vibrations, and that's where the real teachings are in those vibrations. So you can buy my CD, which is called Songs for Swamiji. You can find that CD on the website. I believe you'll have to send me an email if you want me to send that to you. I'd be happy to do that. And then finally, if you'd like to attend any of my live gatherings or even see old recorded gatherings, the live gatherings are streamed on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, which is Brian Lottman. You can send me a friend request, or you can just follow me. And if you want to find a sort of archive of all the previous gatherings that I've held, or most of them, you can support my Patreon site, which is www.patreon.com/Brian Lottman, BrianLottman, and that's where you can support my cause, even donate on a monthly basis. In that case, that website, if you want to find all the old gatherings, you can contribute $10 a month to support that. So again, thank you all for joining me today in this special full moon event. I wish that the energy goes with you and blesses you. Namaste.
Hello again. I'd like you to read along with me our closing invocation, which, when we're in our building, you can read on the back of our program. I know it probably looks backward right now, but this is it. Okay. Please speak along with me. Father, Mother, God, and Goddess, thank you for the blessings we have received. Be with us now as we leave this sacred circle and go forth into our daily lives, taking the energy generated here this evening out into our homes, our work, the people we love, and all we touch. May we be your open channels into this world each day. Thank you. Our next full moon world healing meditation ceremony will be on January 28th, 2021. We're really looking forward to that. All donations to our organization are 501c3, which means we are an all-volunteer organization, and your donations are tax deductible. We accept monthly donations and tithing if you so desire. And we welcome your comments. Any comments you may have, please send them to our email. You'll see that on our website. So something very important is coming up on December 31st. And yes, it's it's the end of the year celebration. However, every year for the past 34 years, and I have participated in this, is the what is called World Healing Day, and it's also known as the International Hour for Peace. It's once a year. This happens at Greenwich noon, so that when it's London, when it's in London noontime, it's 4 a.m. in California on the West Coast, and 7 a.m. on the East Coast. So you can find out which time slot you are in if you care to do this meditation. Certainly, people have done it in groups in the past. However, you can do that individually and know that you are linking up worldwide as you have with our meditation ceremonies for this particular very powerful once a year meditation. So we have a healing box, and of course now it's our virtual healing prayer box. If you have any requests for prayer, please send them in to our email address as well, and we will send them out to a group of our people who will focus and do meditation and healing work for you. So now I'd like to reintroduce Burl Bowlerjack for our closing ritual. Thank you.
As we come to the close of our full moon ceremony this evening, let us take a moment to savor the centered focus of healing energy that has been generated here together. Remember, as you let your own light shine, you simultaneously give other people permission to do the same. Clearly knowing yourself as an instrument of light, a being of spirit, you add one more grain of sand to the scales that hold the balance of our global future. Know that at a certain point, one grain of sand can tip the scales. You in this very moment may be that grain of sand. Let us embody the spiritual power that has been generated and received from the forces of light that guide our service. Let us focus that energy into the group center, allowing it to rise up and pour the blessing out into our world, extending its positive healing effect throughout the awareness of humankind and the consciousness of our planet. We will sound an extended free-form Om. As the sacred tone pours through you, feel yourself participating, drawing this energy of healing love deeply into yourself and sending it out into our lives, into our world. As we sound the Om, let us consciously extend our blessing to the planetary life, Mother Earth, including the animals and trees, the air, water, as well as to all those who are in need of healing. For those we would like to include in this healing circle, we can say their names now, silently or audibly. And with power, love, intelligence, let us send out the healing light energy to transform the consciousness of humankind. Thank you, and good night.